Hi there, my name is Mariane. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I just want to quickly thank you all for stopping by and taking a moment of your time to watch this video. Hopefully my videos inspire you in your own planning and budgeting needs. Today I'm going to cover how I use one of my planner inserts to help me be mindful, take a bit of a break and prevent burnout. Let's go. This planner insert printable download in my Etsy store is called the Self-Care Break Checklist. Now, I personally use an A5 organizer for my day-to-day planning. This one is by Filofax, A5 Pop Organizer in the color Clover. Now, my planner inserts for the Self-Care Break Checklist comes in various sizes. So we have it in the A5 size. I also have it in the Happy Planner Classic size. Now these two listings also come with a bonus PDF for the A4 poster size, so you can print this one out and laminate it if you like and pop it on the front of your fridge to remind you on how to avoid burnout and what sort of breaks to take. And I also have it in the letter or big Happy Planner size. So if you go to my Etsy store, I'll have the link in the description below, and I will have individual links for the A5, the Happy Planner Classic, as well as the letter size. I never really took much care about taking breaks or getting good sleep. I just thought, when I'm tired, I'll rest. However, what would happen is I'd be tired, short-tempered and cranky, especially to my young sons, and very unproductive at the end of the day. Through trying to learn about making sure I don't burn out, I learned about strategies to take scheduled and intentional breaks. I found out that in 2019, the World Health Organization recognized burnout as an occupational syndrome. So it's a real condition that can cause damage mentally and physically. Now, they described burnout under three core elements. One is a profound emotional exhaustion. Two, generalized negativity, also called cynicism. And three, feelings of professional inefficacy. Now, this doesn't mean you're actually not able to produce the desired effect, but you're feeling it, like you're feeling that you're not good enough. So, if you feel any or all of these three, it's a good signal or indication that you're on your way to burning out or you're already burnt out. So, in order to avoid or prevent burning out, it's important to take three types of breaks. They are macro, meso, and micro. Now, these three breaks are called the 3M framework and is research-backed and very effective. These types of breaks will help you de-stress and restore your energy. Now, macro breaks are those types of breaks that you should take every month. Take at least half or a full day off. Meso breaks are breaks that you should take 1 to 2 hours off a week. And micro breaks are breaks that you should take for a few minutes several times each day. Now, you need to make sure to take all three of these as a preventative measure for burnout. We need to make sure we make these breaks as part of our daily living and make it normal and not feel guilty to take time off for ourselves. So it's not so much that we work too hard, but it's because we don't recover enough. Taking breaks will help send a message to our brain that regardless of everything that's going on in our lives, be it chaotic or not, you're still here and you're doing fine. So let me walk you through some of the types of breaks I've taken since adding this self-care break checklist into my daily planning. So I've just gathered all the previous planner inserts that I have already used and just popped it in my A5 planner just for easy access. So I started this in September and I was really having a hard time managing everything in my day-to-day as I homeschool my youngest, Zach. He's on the autism spectrum, and I also wanted to make sure that I have a creative outlet through Instagram and here via YouTube, as well as making handmade stuff. So what I would do is throughout the day, I would homeschool. In the afternoon, take a break. I'd be burnt out. I'd take a nap after dinner. I'd wake up at 11 o'clock and then do my planning, videoing, hand making, and then go to bed at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. And then the following day, I'd be cranky and, you know, have knee-jerk reactions and be angry about the littlest things. So I wanted to learn about what it is that I needed to do to avoid burnout. So hence, I made this self-care checklist for myself, and when I started putting it up on Instagram, a lot of you wanted to know whether it was available, and so it's now available in my Etsy store, and a lot of you have purchased it, and so I'm hoping that it has helped you as much as it has helped me. Still a long way to go for myself, as I'm still a bit cranky. However, I am a lot better since I've implemented this into my day-to-day living. So here we are in September. For my macro break, I had put that I was going to sew a tote bag, and I'll pop a picture of it here. So I took time off, took half a day off, and just concentrated on creating a tote bag, and this is the result. For my meso break, so that's taking 1 to 2 hours off every week, I did my mani and pedi, I did a face mask, foot spa, I went for a walk, and I watched a movie. And for my micro breaks, some of the things that I did was take 1 minute deep breaths at least 3 times per day, and also stop and think about what I'm grateful for a few times a day. As part of my well-being planner spread, so this is the morning journal part of it. At the bottom there's a habit tracker. So here I've written breathe, grateful, breathe, breathe, grateful. And this is December's one. So that was one week from the 29th of November to December 5th, December 6th to the 12th, December 13th to the 19th, December 20 to 26. And as you can see here, you know, I didn't take those micro breaks, and that's because it was Christmas and very busy with a lot of things, of course. And December 27th to January the 2nd. So pretty consistent, not all the time, but I make sure that at least throughout the week that I am taking those micro breaks as well as my meso and my macro. So this was September's well-being planner. So this is, I think, when I started implementing those 3M frameworks and those 3 types of breaks. So September, here I did quite well in achieving the micro breaks. Again, half-half. That was in, I think this was the October. As you can see, the weekends, I'm probably just relaxing and taking a full day's break. So either I didn't touch my planner or I was just napping and relaxing. Again, October's micro break trackers. November, here November. So normally throughout the weekend, I can see that I don't take my micro breaks, and that's because I think I am taking a full day's break. So I'm not too hard on myself with that, not filling in the habit tracker for those micro breaks. So that's November, November, and November. So let me look at the previous. So September, October, for macro break, I got a haircut. So I think we came out of lockdown here in Sydney, Australia, and very quickly called my friend and hairdresser to book in a haircut. So that was on the 16th of October. The type of meso breaks I took in October: went for a walk, did a face mask, had lunch with my husband, and did my gel polish French tip. Now in November, I had lunch, my husband and I had lunch with friends of ours, our meso break. I did my gel nail polish, and I got creative making my polymer clay. December, for our macro break, so which is half or a full day off, my husband and my boys and I actually took a day off, and we took a venture out to IKEA and just looked around, went up and down the aisle, had our IKEA lunch. The boys had their Swedish meatballs, and that was a day for the whole family. Meso break, again, mani-pedi, face mask, went Christmas shopping, and then micro breaks is the 1 minute deep breathing and gratitude, and reading for at least 15 minutes every day. And I think January's one. Yes, this is January. So take half of a full day off to do our Bob Ross painting session. So we've done it twice now. My oldest son, who's 14, my husband and I, we set up our dining table with canvases and paint, and we follow step by step a Bob Ross painting video. I'll put a picture here of one of our previous painting sessions, so we all enjoyed that. We were very hard on ourselves while we were painting it, but it's amazing once you've stepped back, finished, and looked at what you've accomplished. It looks great. So we want to do another one of that for January. So that's taking half or a full day off. For meso break, so last week I did a face mask, picture here. I'm going to do a foot spa. So foot spa, I just bought those home foot spa thing. You know, you turn it on, bubbles, and you can loofah your feet. So I'll need to do that this weekend. And so that is how I take my macro, meso, and micro breaks. And look, I still burn out, but not as much as I used to. What used to happen was I used to think it was fine because I would survive. I would have 4 weeks of working, you know, on whatever I was doing at the time, and going to bed at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, still waking up at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, getting through my day homeschooling my youngest, would take a nap at 3 o'clock, wake up, have dinner, and then take another couple of hours of nap after dinner, and then wake up at 11 o'clock and midnight, and then I would crash and burn, and I would get cranky, I would feel anxious, depressed, I would feel like I'm not a good mom, and I'd be exhausted and just critical of myself. And I've always said, I would never say the things I say to myself to a friend of mine because it's cruel and mean. So yet I do it. So I'm learning. I still have a long way to go, but by taking preventative measure rather than reactive, hopefully I'm getting better at looking after myself. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I would appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell to get notifications of my videos. I am hoping for 2022 that I would be a little bit more consistent with my videos, and my goal so far for the first few months of the year is to at least get one video out every 2 weeks. I'm not going to commit myself to getting any more than that. If I do get extra videos out, fantastic. If not, the reason is I need to make sure that I am set properly in my sleep patterns, in my eating habits, and in my workout, so then I am strong enough to be able to be consistent in whatever I do. So thank you again so much for watching the video, and I will hope to see you again next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.